when it comes to the World Cup, no African nation does it better than Cameroon. They are about to embark on their 7th tournament in Brazil, more than any African nation. Although they have only once made it out of the group stage in 1990 at their 2nd World Cup, it meant they became the first African team to reach a World Cup quarter-final, losing to England 3-2 after extra time. They have since been unable to come close to that achievement and have been plagued by political wrangling and government interference in team matters. The first World Cup on African soil was a disaster for them. They lost all 3 matches in 2010, and the indomitable Lions were the first team to be mathematically eliminated, going out in their 2nd match after losing 2-1 to Denmark. In steady decline, they missed out on the 2012 and 2013 African Nations Cup tournaments, losing out to tiny Cape Verde in a 2-leg playoff on the latter occasion. In the midst of their qualification campaign, that political wrangling came to a head when, on July 4, a provisional ban was imposed by FIFA due to government interference in the country's football federation. The players were devastated, but a FIFA normalisation committee took up residence inside Cameroon Football Federation offices to ensure the national team was in good hands, and 18 days later, the suspension was lifted. Luckily, the ban did not prevent any of their qualification matches, but the troubles were indicative of a Cameroonian Football Federation heading into a World Cup, yet again, divided. Cameroon made a meal of an easy qualifying group against Libya, the Democratic Republic of Congo and Togo. After the sacking of Frenchman Denis Laban in 2011, Cameroon entered 2014 World Cup qualifying under interim coach Jean-Paul Akono, who had guided Cameroon to Olympic gold in 2000. But after failing to qualify for the 2012 and 2013 African Cup of Nations, and just 3 games into the World Cup qualifying campaign, German Volker Finke took over, their 7th coach since 2007. Finke's first match in qualification against Togo didn't go exactly to plan, losing 2-0. But luckily, Togo were found to have fielded an ineligible player, so a 3-0 win was awarded to the indomitable Lions. And despite some laboured performances, resulting in a draw against Congo and a narrow victory over Libya, Cameroon qualified comfortably into the final round, 4 points clear of Libya. Coming up against Tunisia, ranked 15 spots above them in the FIFA rankings, many may have fancied the North African nation to qualify. But after holding them to a 0-0 draw in Radez, Cameroon finally got their act together at home, beating Tunisia 4-1. It's always difficult for a team to unite when a new coach is thrown into the mix. And luckily for Cameroon, their teething period didn't get in the way of qualification. Finke has worked hard to eradicate individualism and focus on the collective. He believes success in 2014 can only be achieved through unity, a concept not always embraced by the Lions. Volker Finke didn't have long to redefine the Cameroon the pitch to get his message across. For Cameroon, that meant putting their most experienced players, such as Samuel Eto'o, Alexandre Song, Nicolas Nkulu and Aurélien Chedjou down the spine of their side. Redefining the role of captain Samuel Eto'o was a vital part of the process. Eto'o is considered the best Cameroon player of all time alongside Roger Miller. And with a lack of options up front, he remains his nation's big hope to make an impact, having scored a goal every other game in over 100 caps. While he spent much of the last year on the Chelsea bench, since his return from obscurity in Russia, his class still shines through. And on form, he can still be one of the most clinical strikers in the game. But when it comes to goals, no Cameroon player managed to register more than 2 goals throughout the qualifying phases. Eric Choupo-Moting and Jean Makoun, Cameroon's other multiple scorers. So aside from Samuel Eto'o, a lack of spark in the forward line leaves the side wanting for goals. The key to Cameroon's style of play is their experienced midfield. Jean Makoun, Sevilla's Stefan Mbia and Barcelona's Alexandre Song have over 150 caps between them. All three share a strong passing and defensive game and will protect the back four, but expect little in terms of creativity. Fabrice Olinga could be one to look for, lighting up the tournament. Only 18 in Brazil, he's emerged as a star for Malaga in Spain. Nicknamed Happy Feet, both for his quick skills, but also his fondness for dancing. Konyaspor's goalkeeper Charles Itania was the hero as Cameroon forced Tunisia to a goalless draw in the first leg of their playoff. And he, along with centre-backs Galatasaray's Aurélien Chedjou and Marseille's Nicolas Nkulu, form the bedrock of a strong defensive line. Nkulu is a particular talent, achieving over 40 caps before his 24th birthday. The talent down back means that the stereotype of a free-flowing, attack-based Cameroon style is bolstered by a well-structured defence that conceded just 3 in qualifying. Cameroon has been drawn in Group A against the hosts Brazil as well as Croatia and Mexico. The Lions' most capped player, former international Rigobert Song, was at the draw and was in high spirits following the announcement.
Écoutez, moi je pense que c'est un très bon tirage. C'est un très bon tirage. Nous sommes parmi les meilleurs, donc ça veut dire que nous sommes les meilleurs aussi. Mais vous savez, en football, c'est sur le terrain que tout se joue.
But Finca is conscious of the task facing his side and is under no pretense that the indomitable Lions could win the tournament.